My dear viewers, I greet all of you once again and welcome to the Kodia talk show channel. This is your channel. Today I want to talk about the education system in Kenya. Education is one of the most important gifts that any parent would wish to give to his child. And when education system fails to meet certain demands, certain expectations, then people must go back to the drawing board. Because it's education that prepares people for a brighter future, for a life of fulfillment of one's dreams, and it engages us with knowledge, with a sense of consciousness at every level. Those who have attained modern education are highly valued, especially the formal education, degrees. It reminds me of the old days when I was still very young, when a graduate would be considered like the most celebrated person in a village. And some of the Africans' village could have only one or none at all. Today, our children are graduating every other day from our universities. In Kenya, where we have more than almost 100 universities, with some universities graduating more than 2,000, 3,000 graduates every year. The number of those who are holding degrees have increased tremendously. And sometimes we may not be wrong to say that we are highly educated. We have more, the literacy has gone up to another level altogether. But the issue is, what is the difference between someone who is educated and someone who is learned? Education is an all-round consciousness of knowledge as opposed to learning, which focuses more, in this particular case, on formal education. So we have more learned people, those who have attained a certain level of academic excellence, and we adore them. We have researchers in higher institutions of learning. We have scientific conferences that people attend and they display their prowess, sharing knowledge. But at the same time, the question still remains, how is our life? Is our life as a nation comparable to the level of education that we have? That's the question we all need to ask. Is it just a question of graduating more and more people in the job market? The problem we have in Kenya is that the focus is more on the grading system, where we are proud of those who have attained grade A's. And even in high schools, parents are fighting their principals, their schools, for failing to produce more A's or B graders. Because the belief is a person who has attained grade A, that is the person who has achieved it. So the attention of the entire nation is on the A graders, those people who have achieved, those who have scored highly. But the fundamental question is not based on the value of those grading systems that we have in this country, how more often do we find those people who have scored highly failing in the real life experience? The reason is our focus is on the formal learning, but not education, which is a very comprehensive package that builds a person's knowledge, consciousness, and it lifts our level of understanding and a profound reasoning ability that enables us to transform our knowledge and understanding. It's supposed to promote a high level of engagement in our environment, in our places of work, or in our ability to be more and more creative. Any education that does not create space for creativity of the learner is short of something. So I want us to look at the education system in this country, where many of our graduates, it doesn't matter how well they have performed, but they are seen as a problem to the society. We have most of them involved in drugs, some of them in other criminal activities, because they don't have work. Reason being, the education system that we have does not prepare their mind for creativity, but only fixing their minds to attain an academic achievement. Life is far more important than the academic components of our knowledge. I want us to revisit our education system once more and ask certain questions of great importance to us. How is this education helping us to engage with other people in a competitive way, so that by the end of the day, we have also our own contribution to make? Or is it only preparing us to join the list of graduates and that's the end of the story? Today, you look at what is happening in most of our schools. Our children are forced to study 24/7. There's nothing much that some of this our children can be able to do even at home. They come home, they continue with the work. Weekends, they continue with the work. Schoolwork, no domestic work. Even those who are learning agriculture, they cannot do it even at home. By the end of the day, you have a grade A holder, but someone who cannot participate in the practical life of the family, of the society, because there is no knowledge about life skill. So what is it that is missing? What is missing is our concrete approach to curriculum review. We must have a curriculum that can prepare a child so that even in a situation whereby the child fails to get employment, he can as well be useful in other engagements. He can as well be creative enough to stand on his own. When education fails to provide that profound level of engagement, where someone also feels that his education has helped him to reach a certain level, then there is a problem, and a problem of greater magnitude. So I want all of us to interrogate ourselves. Where are we going? Which level can we be comfortable with and say, this is the level of education that we have reached, and this is how this level is enhancing quality of life that we would like to live. You look at our universities, even those people, some of the people who are managing them, some have turned our universities into another sort of economic enterprise. So the heads of the institutions are more inclined in making more money than actually imparting real knowledge to our young ones. If you get more students, the better. You get more funds. That's the most important thing. And some of our lecturers have also gone haywire to the extent that they are also involved in cheating. We have had several cases where lecturers collude with students to cheat. So a child will score a high grade, but by the end of the day, that grade cannot support his or her life system simply because what he has, he does not own it. We have heard of examinations leakages everywhere in the country. And parents have been restricted from going to some of the schools during exams. The belief is parents are the thieves of exams, which is not true. Parents don't mark examinations. Parents don't set examinations. The Kenya National Examination Council is the culprit here. They are the ones who manufacture examinations, and they are the ones who have the custody of examinations. So if at all there is any leakage, it is them, not the parents. But people cheat because they have been brought to believe that in this country, unless you steal, you cannot make it. So I want to appeal to all those who are involved in education system to revisit the kind of education that we have for our people. Is it really worth what we expect? Think about it. May God bless you.